Hello, wherever, whenever, and whoever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Slight tech goblins there, so we had to do a quick restart. So thank you for bearing with us briefly there. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a good week, and we are happy to be back here with all of these lovely people to jump back into the Humblewood and continue our adventures in Trial by Fire. Now, let me hide that away there. Before we get things rolling properly, let me do a quick removal of crystals. Sorry, everybody. Don't have that many.
Don't you take my crystals?
Only Astuta has a crystal. Okay, so before we get things rolling here, a quick shout out to the lovely folks. I see some visitors coming in here from Idle Champions. Welcome in, everybody. Please do jump in and grab yourself a code and get that Electrum Chest goodness. That's our new code there, up for a week. It is live and ready to roll this week. So sorry about a couple of issues we had there. All the tech goblins coming out for the festive season, but that should be a-okay there. So jump in on that and grab yourself some fun times. If you haven't tried it out, follow the link, check out this fun strategy game, and have yourself a good time with the goodies in there and all of the fun characters from Forgotten Realms lore and various other cool actual plays and lots of fun characters, including another of Lauren Urban's iterations across the website. Right? I think is it Okara?
Or Hera, yeah.
Okara, yes.
Dragonborn cleric who, is hanging out in Idle Champions and I believe is still overpowered. So
Excellent. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see lots of familiar names. Aratis, my most watched streamer of the year. Lovely, thanks. Always a pleasure to see Aratis, and thank you for joining us throughout the year. Yeah, it is that time, isn't it? All the recaps and everything.
I'll look
talk
at
about
that.
their Spotify recaps and everything. Excellent. Okay, so as we let me also do a quick shout out to these other folks who like to support the channel. Check out all the cool stuff that goes on at Troll Lord Games, CZRPG, and Phoenix Dice as well, my friends. And of course, if you want to enjoy music and sound effects in your games like we do, head over to Sirenscape as well. Right, okay. Yeah, they used them last time, Lucius. I was just updating, had to do a quick overlay shift here. Little overlay shuffle. Okay, so. Yeah, there was a big scary monster. Hey, there's Kit's back. Oh, not Kit. Oh, yeah. I thought. No, that's right. Because it crashed on me. It hadn't changed. I had changed it, and then it crashed.
How dare.
So, Jess, today playing the part of Kit, the Harangon Bard. No. Sorry, please hold. Do that.
Ooh,
Do that.
I get inspiration.
Excellent.
Hey!
This.
Now everyone
Thank
has
you.
to touch me.
There we go. No, you got. No, it was.
Oh,
it was for
me,
you,
okay.
but wrong overlay, so it's okay.
That moment in where you're trying to say one name, but you look at another, and so you say what you're looking at. It's, yeah.
Thistle Snort. There we go. Proper frame and token there now. Okay. Thank you very much for those. That was that. Aratis and Lucius, thank you. Let's just pop those back on. Boop. Okay. Cheers, Aaron. Extra watch streak because it's the reboot from the crash. There you go. Yeah. Rack 'em up. Okay, so we are going to set things rolling here. Last time they had a bit of a showdown. One of the big points in the adventure here. They used their investigative and arcane skills to track down the troublesome necromancer that had been causing problem in the magical college of the Avium. And diving into the undeveloped and unused corridors and classrooms down beneath the lower libraries, finding the secret door and exploring within, they discovered that the actual real librarian had been set into some kind of stasis, and their place had been taken by this necromancer. Delving on further into the workshop, they came across said necromancer and their controlled skeletons and their uncontrolled undead creature known as the Cobble Fright. a hideous collection of birdfolk bones and skulls and the like, that broke away from their control and attacked the party. Muruk was knocked unconscious, and the others were able to defeat it, disintegrating it back to bone dust and so much fertilizer before they were able to be joined belatedly by the Perch Guard security forces from above, dashing down at the behest of their friend. Clifford, thank you. Sorry. Too many NPCs. Yes, Clifford had run up to grab them and brought them down just in time for the fight to be finished, and they were safe and sound. Muruk, you awaken in the infirmary. Look over, you see the real librarian, Mordain Swiftgale, in the bed next to you, moving and sipping on some tea, now that they have been restored and the stasis has been cancelled on them. And you are surrounded by your friends, looking on concernedly. As to Thistlesnoot, you saw that the Corvum Necromancer, unconscious at the end of the fight, Oddwald Ebonheart, who you had correctly figured out was the one to blame for everything going on, thanks to the prophecy and everything that you saw from the Professor of Divination, Corvax Ravane. The same.
Also, I shook him awake and I went, "Tell me who you are!"
That's true. Yes, and we finished on the reveal that it was an Ebonheart, which fits the divinations of the Professor. You saw that they were put into custody with the Perch Guard that are here in the Avium, because it is their outpost on this side of the Humblewood as well, and they are ready to be questioned, and for you to figure out just what on earth is going on as we delve back into today's Humblewood Trial by Fire. And welcome back. Now, friends, over to you. Let me do this here. Hang on, I want to see let me double check what the VTT is showing here. Nothing. But VTT, it's right there. Look.
How dare.
I know, right? Look there. You can see a beautiful view of the Humblewood in the background. Let's have a see there. There's the cameras. There it is. Please grab the right one. Where are you at? This one? Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I was on the right one before I had other windows open. Okay, so friends, over to you. Muruk stirs, refreshed. You may restore your hit point maximum.
Yeah, good. That was going to be my first question.
We were just saying in the intro, everyone, Muruk was the first character on Phoenix Uwaki to ever have their hit point maximum in the negative. Which is interesting.
Anyway, it's a great record. Great
Trendsetter.
record.
Everyone's going to do it now.
Yeah.
Nope. I would like that. No.
Mission accepted.
I would like to veto that idea, please, and thank you.
Hang on, Jess, I have an emote for that.
You have an emote for let's put everybody's hit point maximum into negative?
Oh, it's just an evil DM emote.
Oh, okay. Hey, Muruk, wake up.
So specific.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
I'm
up.
awake.
Okay, good.
I don't want to be.
That's fine. I know you don't. But
Is it dead? I mean,
You're
is it
alive!
more dead?
You're okay. Oh, good.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi. You're
the
loud.
the big undead thing is dead, and we got Oddwald.
Good. Good.
We
Good.
killed it for you.
Appreciated.
I mean, we would have killed it anyway, but we did it for you specifically this time because we yelled your name while we did it.
I appreciate that. Yep.
There was a lot of yelling, but we're glad that we didn't have to do it in your honor and just for you, so that you could take a little rest and not die.
So how bad was it? Like I went night. I get that, but like what happened?
I'm not gonna say I panicked.
Okay.
Kit screamed, as they do. Kit was pretty distraught. They're taking a nap right now because they got a little overwhelmed.
A hedge, medical staff in a kind of Miss Tiggy-Winkle pinafore just comes like bustling over. It's like, you lie down, back against the pillow. You're alive, but very delicate.
No one has ever called Maruk delicate before. This is a first.
I am a dainty bird.
Sure, if you say so.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, we're glad that you're okay. It was
All right. So
bad.
all right.
When you're feeling up to it, Dean Winsworth would like to see you.
What can I? Does that mean I can get off the bed?
Yeah, the dean, come here. Maruk is in very delicate condition.
Little paw on your forehead. Yes, but please come and let us know if you feel woozy or dizzy.
Or any other kind of E.
Yeah,
All of them,
got
all
it.
of them.
Hungry?
Can do. Oh, I
Oh,
am
that's the
hungry.
refectory. Refectory on there.
So he's gonna be okay, and I'm like pointing to the librarian.
I
Wait,
look
is
over at
that
the edge.
librarian or is that Kit?
No, Kit's over there.
Oh. Does Kit still look like the librarian?
And they've taken it off, I think.
Okay.
I was gonna say we can tell the difference because look, you can see where the ears.
You can see the scarf.
You can see the yeah.
true.
Well, there's that too. But yeah. But yeah, I'll look over at the hedge. Is he? They're gonna be okay, right?
Yes. Their bodily functions were slowed down to just an almost imperceptible rate. It takes. It's kind of like coming out of hibernation.
Oh, so bad.
Weird. So, when can we talk to him?
They need a little longer. I would talk to the dean first.
Okay, Dean, got it. All right. All right, guys. Food, can snack on the way to the dean's.
Is
Can
there
I
a
suggest?
wheelchair or a crutch we can use for Maruk?
I think that's an excellent idea. Also, I was gonna suggest we get you back into your clothes and not the hospital gown.
If that's your preference.
I mean,
I mean,
if
it's
you don't
your
mind
preference.
Your tail feathers hanging out, that's fine. They are quite vibrant.
I'm just making the suggestion, but if you're more comfortable this way, then I ain't gonna complain. I was
No,
just very
I-
impressed by
I-
how quickly
yep.
they got you into that thing.
Robes. I like my robes. I'm gonna go get my. Wait, they're not covered in meat, are they?
No, I think they got prestidigitated.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In this
Okay,
place,
good.
absolutely. Easy.
I go put on my freshly
Rolled
pressed
it.
robe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
The hedge nurse goes bustling off and starts clinking away. It's just like, she did the damn thing. She could do that. And yeah, you go wandering off out towards the dean's office.
Yeah, as we're wandering off, I'm like,
All good.
I start reaching inside of my pockets and like grabbing herbs and just.
It's too clean. Gotcha.
If you need help with that, I can do that for you without you having to use the herbs.
Oh no. I prefer this. Like it's. If I don't smell like something I've cooked, I get a little weird. So, a little
that makes
rosemary, a
sense.
little garlic.
Nice.
And now you smell real good.
Oh yeah.
Steady, as 2 times steady. Don't let the carnivore kick in. Don't let the carnivore kick in.
Listen, I'm also hungry. That was a big fight. There's a lot of reveals.
True.
True. A lot of lore dump. So, all right. Dean.
Just pull out some dried fish from her bag. Just be like, snacks?
Yes, always. Oh wait, Maruk, you
That-
should probably go first. I'm sorry.
Maruk didn't even. As soon as she pulled him out, he's one's already gone.
Consume. As you're sat there at Maruk's bedside, you could peruse the torn pages.
Oh, were they there too?
They were on his desk. Remember, I said at the end, you grabbed
Oh,
the torn
and-
pages.
Oh yeah. I mean, if we can retcon, I would like to have seen the torn pages.
Absolutely,
I would have
yeah.
liked to have examined all of the math that was going on.
Yeah.
I want to know everything.
I was writing a slam poem about Maruk with my drum during that time, but I can also help you if you need the help action to
Well,
read things.
Listen, the help action will be good. Also, your beat poetry slams, and it's a great background, and it's very inspiring. And don't tell Kit I said that because their stuff is also very inspiring. But yeah,
True.
so yeah, whatever I got to do to yeah, I just gather up all the pages, and then
I'll read
I
it.
feel like I've looked at everything, and then I've followed Maruk up with the pages.
Yeah. Just dictate, dictating aloud as you go along. I'll read it with the original part as well, so it just goes through. So first there was the bit regarding the Great Calamity, when the Scorched Grove was created. Regardless of the origin of the calamity, whether or not the rumors of an elder elemental being hold any truth to them, a magical event of incredible significance is almost certain to have taken place. The calling of such elemental energies, whether through evocation or conjuration, would require a mage of unparalleled skill or an entity of unfathomable power. And then the torn page reads, "It flared so brightly as it consumed the forest. It turned the burning trees into fuel, gaining power as it devoured them, and left naught but ashes in its wake." An eyewitness account from someone who claims to have seen this creature of fire and destruction.
Okay. And then if I had taken a look at all the math on all the boards and everything that Oddwald was working on, I think I'd taken a quick look during the fight, but it was trying to make the servitors be more powerful and be able to do more stuff. Do I get a better sense?
No. If you remember, Glinda Whiteskull was trying to give the servitors more free will and intelligence. Which is why she looked guilty, and probably why Oddwald Ebonheart used her and framed her, although they were allegedly friends when they were in school, so that's kind of strange. But the Ebonheart had said that he was trying to strengthen the Cobblefright's draining ability, as we saw in effect on Maruk, to drain the life energy from this elemental creature, as that was the only, because it seemed to regenerate itself. I'll keep reading here.
Okay.
The next one was when you were researching elemental creatures. Elemental creatures composed of fire that also possess earth elemental traits tend to be incredibly strong and durable, and do not appear to retain their vulnerability to cold-typed magics. However, cold-typed magic should theoretically be able to, and that's where it was torn, and it continues, slow such creatures down as it cools their molten exterior, eventually encasing them in a shell of hard earth and rendering them immobile. This is only temporary, however, and depending on the power of the creature, this immobilized state may only last for 1 hour. You found a textbook that read, Elder Elementals have strong connections to the energy of their aspected element. This connection can be so strong that... And then the torn out part. Some of the most powerful elementals have been reported to regenerate themselves completely if destroyed through conventional means. They do this through the vast reservoirs of aspected energy present in areas that have been infused with their elemental aura, normally through extended exposure to the Elder Elemental. So it seems that Ebonheart was trying to drain its energies so it could be finally defeated and wouldn't regenerate in the Scorched Grove because of all the elemental fire power that's there. Let's see. Yeah, and you found that piece about the Borealis. After its defeat, the aspect of ice lost a single shard. The Borealis was sealed away. A dance of fire and ice maintains the wood's balance. If the fire wanes, it must wane slowly. Only then will its energies have time to ebb away. And that's everything you've retrieved there.
Okay, so the obvious question is, if Oddwald was trying to figure out how to fight against the big fire thing, why would he hide that? I mean, besides the fact that he was creating an abomination to the Humblewood in the process, but like, why would he fight that? People would want to help him, and he's obviously hiding it from everybody else because he's ripping pages out of books, which should right there be an offense against all of Humblewood.
Well, I mean,
professors would be so proud of it.
Necromancy is theoretical, right?
You know, I can say it because I don't go to school here or anything. The air quotes around theoretical does a lot of heavy lifting, and I just point as we're walking at a servitor walking by.
So
It doffs the top of its skull. Good day.
oh god, this place is weird. I see an itch.
Yes. So,
okay, so forbidden studies, forbidden practices, because you know none of that was done above board. And I mean, like, taking legality out of it, like, moralistically, like, he probably did bad things.
that's why I'm worried. Like, there's got to be more to it than him just wanting to stop the big thing and save the wood, because otherwise you would just tell everybody, right? You'd want all the help, and even if you think, all right, I got to do some theoretical necromancy, if everyone is on board with it,
What if
right?
what if he wants the power? What if he's trying to get the control?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something else going on.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I can't wait to go talk to the dean about it.
Well, as you're discussing this, you see, flanked by a couple of broad as they are tall perch guard, Dean Winsworth, coming towards you, like wringing his wingtips together. And let me get our hourly friend here. Boop.
Oh good, it's your headmaster.
Comes striding towards you. He's like, oh, Muruk, you are back on your feet. Good to see, good to see. Are you feeling up to some questions?
Sure, I'm right
Questioning?
here. Yeah, let's do it.
Let us to the Perch Guard headquarters.
We're gonna go
Alright.
talk to
Young-
Oddwald.
Young Ebonheart is there, yes, yes.
All right, lead the way.
And they, the two Perch Guard kind of click their heels and spin about, and Dean Winsworth is like, ooh, yes, yes, and spins around and goes with them. And you,
I have to assume I know where the Perch Guard
oh yeah,
is. Okay.
Mhm.
When we're about 30 seconds away,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And just
Ooh.
so I have it up for the next 10 minutes. And I'm not gonna do it ritually. I'm just gonna cast it so I got it
no problem.
ready for checking all the Perch Guard, checking the Dean, and then especially checking Oddwald.
Okay, as you approach, the Perch Guard and the Dean are okay. And you arrive in the less cozy, more austere part of the avium that is the Perch Guard's headquarters. And you are shown through to the back where there is like a cell. It's like they don't really, there's not much, like lore keeping that's required here. It's more so that they can react to things in the neighboring parts of the wood and use this as a stopping point on the way back to Alderheart. And you just see slumped in the corner with their robes just kind of like pooled around them and their wings on their knees. You can see the dull gleam of the feathers of the Corvum's head, and their beak is down between their knees, and they are not making eye contact. And Astuto, you immediately see the glimmer of a what's the word I'm looking for? An expired spark. The same that Thistlesnoot has.
All right, question. Because
And
now
I
I've...
still have it?
There's a remnant of it's been activated, and you saw it in Clifford as well. Sorry, Astuto. Yeah.
No. I'm so glad that Thistlesnoot asked, because that was partially going to be my question. I've now hung out with somebody who had a spark, and we know exactly when it was expired. Is this like the half-life of uranium, in where I can tell because of how faint it is how long ago it got expired?
I'll say that's that's a high DC Arcana check, because this is a completely new unstudied element.
Guidance.
Okay, that's a D4, right?
Yep.
Yes.
That's a 25.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice. That'll do.
That's pretty good.
I like that your guidance probably came in the form of like us hanging out with you for the last couple days.
Right.
As your half-life just continued.
Yeah.
Little notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I should get Firebolt or Burning Hands or something from Spark.
To expedite things and not have me delve through notes and see if it's written anywhere, because I don't remember reading it specifically. But round about... This spark seems to have been activated round about the time before Ashbarrow fell. You remember the mountainous village that got destroyed right at the very start? A while before that. So... And when the Scorched Grove started to expand.
Okay. So a lot of the crap that this guy's been up to, he did after his spark was gone.
Everything in the avium was after the spark was gone, yeah.
Okay. All right.
No excuses then. Got it.
And also, just before we go on in, Astuto is going to look at Thistlesnoot and Marok and be like, okay, I have like 3 billion questions. But do you all want to go
She
first
starts
before I...
counting fingers on her paws and is
Yeah.
like, that's fine.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay. Well, how about if he asks me questions and you've got the association with you, and then you flip it around and ask the question.
Okay, because
All right.
the other thing is, I'm not going to lie,
All right.
this guy pisses me off. And not just because he tried to kill you, but also like a bunch of other reasons. So
Welcome to my world.
yeah, I'm not going to be as objective as I probably would be. So feel free to like jump in and stop me if I'm getting too whatever.
Yep, I will totally hold you back.
Astuto, I think, was like, sure, Marok, but isn't going to question it. We'll go ahead in. Is there anybody else in this area within listening distance?
The Dean and the Perch Guard are there.
Okay. All right, it's time to talk some more.
And you approach. Let me bring. Just gonna switch my token here. There he is.
All right, your deanliness. What do you want to know?
I just want to know what could have turned such a promising soul.
Wait, was that the dean or was that
Yes.
the Oddwald? Okay.
Yeah, Murk said addressed the
Oh, okay.
That's an Astuto question.
Did you
Astuto?
Did you want to also, because there would have been a journey here, do you want to ask the dean anything about Oddwald before you arrive?
We had heard a lot. Kit had overheard that stuff about Oddwald like being kicked out.
Yeah,
And stuff, right? And they like compared Oddwald to Astuto in a less than flattering way.
So yeah, if you all want to have asked questions, absolutely, we can wreck on that. But Astuto really just wants to hear it right from Oddwald, and also kind of be pointed about everything. So I'll leave it up to the two of you, because.
Oh no, Maruk's for the most part is just like, I'm just waiting for the questions. I'm not going to ask any yet.
So yeah, Thistlesnoot, if you wanted to ask the dean on the walk on down.
I feel like Thistlesnoot is just reciting her slam poetry using Maruk's wheelchair as a drum the whole time. Going like, his name is Maruk.
We're all
He carries
unintentionally.
seasons to cook. He deciphered a book.
He
Then
believe in
amongst
full
the
shook.
tree, the alarm it went scream. But they cast for Maruk. Cause we were saved by Maruk. Ain't that scaly a look? He was grabbed by the face. We were frozen in place. Death slunk out. Just one look. Cause all it took was one look from Maruk. That couldn't conquer Maruk. Death healer Maruk.
I feel so much better.
Fucker Maruk.
Kit is like, ah yes, my
Name is
Padawan.
Maruk.
Just that is amazing.
Embrace the rhythm. I think you do feel like a kind of natural rhythm flowing through you, and you are very aware with your connection to the Amaranthine of how important the rhythm is, and it's used as a metaphor for the life and the comings and goings of everything in the seasons and everything, and it's a very, very important part of the Humblewood. And yes, on occasion, I wish we didn't have the crystal system so that I could give inspiration.
Ah!
You still can.
I was about to say, I'll give Thistlesnoot my inspiration. That was amazing.
Yes, it was.
I wrote it down.
I
I put
agree.
it in our Discord for you. You can have your poem, Maruk.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
my
amazing.
bardly tale.
Even new theme song.
Was probably so annoying on the back of your wheelchair, though, especially if you
Yeah,
were
but it was
singing.
talking about me and how awesome I am. So I'm just all right. I'll put up with it.
I like the idea that we were all just unintentionally walking in time to the poetry, to the music. We get there and we're all just already all hyped up. And so yeah, I will, with no other preamble than that, I'll look at Oddwald and go, all right, it's time to answer a whole bunch more questions.
He looks up and, seeing the dean like over your shoulder, visibly winces and looks away in shame.
Oh, it's a little late for that.
You shouldn't be scared of the dean. You should be scared of Maruk.
No.
Honestly, all of us. Because Astuto kind of did a number on you.
No, it was your planes traveling friend who did a number on me and broke my concentration. You almost killed yourselves, meddling in things you don't understand.
Well, why don't you start from the beginning?
Like, why you made a big monster and attacked students with it and made them scared out of their minds and then sicked it on us?
There was once, early in the creation process, when I also lost control. There was a young Jarbine. But I managed to regain my hold on the cobble freight and took it back down below to continue the studies.
Okay, why don't we let's back up a little bit more. Why were you down, hiding, ripping out pages of books, creating undead?
Yeah, what's with all the necromancy?
Necromancy is misunderstood.
Says the guy who has a giant murderous bird made of bones that specifically sucks the life out of the living.
Would you rather the entire Humblewood burn?
Well, if you thought it was such a good idea, why were you hiding doing the experiments?
And Dean Winsworth steps forward. Oddwald? Tell them. Explain yourself. You are not the student we let everyone pretend you were. This is not the old world I said goodbye to. This is not the odd world that went to the Tangle Wilds in Western. And he catches himself and turns to the perch guard. You're dismissed. And they nod and march outside and close the door.
So does that mean we get to hurt him now that the guards are gone?
Depends. Do you want the entire Alluran Empire to hunt you down and use your entrails for decorations for the upcoming festivities?
What?
Oddwald!
Back to the beginning.
I am.
Wait, when you say he's not the Oddworld you knew, do you mean that he's changed, like, internally, or that he is someone disguised as Oddworld?
First, Astutor, let me tell you something that, unfortunately, even your father had to be kept in the dark about. Oddwald was never expelled. Really. That's just what went in the books and was told to everybody. He possessed talents beyond these petrified branches. Those talents were acquired in a very far-off place. Astuto, you will remember in your lessons, before you left us, you would have studied the Alluran Empire, yes? Western? The Tangle Wilds? And Astuto, you did. This is a different continent, very far away. The Alluran Empire, the Allurans are the catfolk, like your merchant friend.
Yeah.
Eliza. That's where she's come from, to Humblewood. Oddwald's talents and auspicious abilities were requested of by the Alluran Empire for a problem I am also not party to. Suffice to say, Oddwald left us in secrecy amidst the sham of disgrace, but actually went on to be a great hero and do a great service for the Illurin Empire. I did not know you had returned to these lands, adult. And
Before Oddwald has a chance to speak, Studo's gonna ask, so was it over there that you got infected with the spark, or was that later?
and his eyes... Oh, sorry, his head, like, snaps up when you say that. Infected? Spark? I do
Yeah.
I do not know these terms.
So I can tell that at some point you got taken over by a piece of the big giant fire thing out there. We've been calling it a spark.
It's more common than you might think. It happens to the best of folk. It's not a bad thing.
It is a bad thing, but it's not something that most people search out, although we're learning that some people are. But when that happens...
What I mean is that just because it happened to you, it doesn't make you a bad person. You can live a perfectly normal life.
in the bowels of the tree doing necromancy. But
he collects his beak. I had no such luxury. I was... And he looks at you, Thistlesnoot. Kind of intuits that you're talking from experience.
What? How? I'm so subtle.
And he says, "Did it speak to you too?"
Did it?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe.
I wanted
Oh?
to keep this from you, Dean Winsworth, and everything you did for me, and keep the shame, the forbidden necromancy, undeserved.
Okay, but see how, like, some people got spoken to and didn't make big bone monsters? That was also a choice available to you.
so when were you infected?
I returned from Weston, keen to continue my adventures. I met up with my adventuring party. Astrig, Riffin the Ash Knight, a hedge wizard, Susan of the Swamp. We did many great things. And then there was that fated period of downtime. Sorry. I learned of something. An artifact known as the Borealis. Keen to retrieve it and perhaps reverse the effects of the Scorched Grove, the great calamity, and return the Humblewood to its glory, fully regrown. I went...
And a big bone monster was gonna do that.
Well, no, I went... mistakenly full of myself and everything that happened in West End. Much as I've mistakenly attempted to do this on my own as well. And he looks at you, Astuto, like acknowledging that you asked why he'd kept this secret. I went into the Scorched Grove, searching for the Borealis. But something happened. I was defending myself against creatures. The usual, ember bats, fire aspects, the like. Nothing the tenders haven't warded from the borders of the Scorched Grove for years. But deep in the Scorched Grove, there's something different. There's something in the ash. And the next I remember, I awoke. I awoke on top of a large conjuration circle. Its magic's broken. A great power released. I had to flee. There were these giant serpent-like creatures came erupting from the ash. I was unable by myself, even with my vast powers. I had to flee. And then I saw what was happening. I was living in Ash Burrow, on the edge, trying to figure out what to do. It's all gone. So much is gone. It's gonna get worse. The aspect. It's going to devour more, get stronger. When it reaches its full strength, the whole of Humblewood will be consumed. The Scorched Grove will go on and on. I had to stop it. But I couldn't. I couldn't let my friends, you, Dean Winsworth, your father, Astuto, poor Glinda. I couldn't let them down. I had to do it in secret. It was my responsibility. I had to find the power. But the Cobble Fright was unpredictable and hungry beyond my control. I see that it was wrong. I ask you, Dean.
You were feeding it.
No, I was controlling it, trying to strengthen it to make it strong enough to feed on the aspect of fire itself, weaken it so that it could be destroyed permanently. But
Did you have a plan for what to do with a fired up Cobble Fright after it ate the aspect of fire?
it is of my creation. I could destroy it.
So why go through the trouble of removing all of that information from all of the books? Why hide it? Not just what you were doing, but intentionally sabotage anyone else getting any information.
I wasn't hiding anything. I was using it for my research in the laboratory.
You ripped pages out of books and then left the book. Doesn't seem a little sketchy to you?
Look, books. He looks apologetically at the dean. Books. Classes. They're overrated. The arcane shouldn't be studied in stuffy classrooms and lecture theatres. It's out there. It's out there where it's really happening.
You're right, but it's not out there alone.
I said I overstepped my bounds. And I ask that I be allowed to help you with what I know to make up for the problems caused here, Dean. The Dean nods. It would be wise to take Ebonheart along with you on your attempts to stop this thing.
How up on everything does Oddwald seem? Because does he seem like he's buying his own stuff, or is he giving us a load of lies to get closer to the fire being.
Give me an insight check.
I would
Vibe check.
21.
Nice. He's 100% just mortified that this happened, wanting to make it right in his own head, and like full of himself to the extent that he wanted to keep it secret and try and deal with it without other people finding out, and thought that the Global Fright was the right way to go.
So we bring him with us. Is he our prisoner?
Listen. Wait.
You do notice, actually, as he's stood up to talk to you, he does have these strange glowing, like stone-looking manacles on. He's like, and the dean's like, while I agree he should go with you, I'm afraid for his trespasses he may not be allowed to use the arcane.
I have not agreed to him going with us. Listen.
Oh,
yeah,
no. He can come with us.
I'm gonna... Muruk, you're gonna watch as the studio's gonna bristle. He looks like he wants to snap something angrily at you and, like, stops.
Okay. Well, think about this. Lot of information.
That we can find out now.
Also trying to make up for what they did, and they also can't use magic.
And so why bring them? If we can find out what he knows here and now, why bring along someone who can't even defend themselves if something happens and then
Exactly.
I have to defend him?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say in Vulpin, there's nothing more useful than a wizard who can't cast spells.
And then in Vulpin, I'm gonna say back to you, especially one that is quick to dismiss me because of what he knows.
And then back in, like, comments, be like, hey, you know what? If Maruk likes babysitting, I say Maruk's had a hard day, and maybe Maruk can have some babysitting.
Well, before we all agree to babysitting, and I'll turn back to Oddwald. All right. What else do you know about this creature, and why did you think that some undead life-stealing thing was the only way?
I had given up on the rumors of the Borealis. I found nothing. I think it is just a myth. Although the Cobble Fright is too dangerous.
Well, the Cobble Fright's dead now.
More dead.
It is not the path to follow. I fear, no matter how far-fetched it might seem, how unlikely this tale of the Borealis may be our only lead. There are things I want to follow up on. I see. I chose the wrong way of the two paths.
Oh.
And I ask that, as you suggest, I don't work alone. And that we pool our knowledge, that we might save Humblewood.
Yes, we all must work together and sacrifice in this great need of calamity. So, I'm okay babysitting, as long as you're okay knowing that you have no magic. If you're also okay knowing that if you try to escape, I'm okay dragging around a legless person.
The threats are a reaction, I understand.
No, it's a promise. Your bird almost killed me. I'm not killing you. I'm letting you know you get to try to atone. Because if you don't,
tell your friend to stop hitting wizards on the head when they're concentrating.
have wizards stop casting necromancy because they're egotistical and dumb.
Excuse me for trying to save the wood.
Excuse me for trying to not die because somebody thought they were trying to.
This is why I
Now-
don't want him to come along. And Astuto is going to turn and kind of walk away a little bit. Not out of the room, but like away.
And now you've upset Astuto. So,
For their father's sake, I'm sorry.
you remind me of
That's not
somebody.
fair. You should feel bad because you hurt someone's feelings.
Or try to kill people, or
That's why I said sorry.
try...
I'm just not trying to save this one's feelings. He's an obnoxious and violent creature.
Says the person who had a life
Says the person who
sucking
accidentally
murderous
lost
thing.
control because of your meddling.
You realize,
Focus on the accidental.
yes, focus on that you were doing it.
Was it Astuto's going to turn around. Was it accidental that you took the librarian and put him in stasis? Was that an accident too?
No. It also
Was
wasn't
it
an accident that I didn't kill them.
Was it an accident that you were stealing pages out of books that could have helped us and others figure out something to try to go after this thing instead of just hoarding knowledge?
That was a accidental.
Oh, so that was an accident. You just accidentally ripped out all those pages.
No, it was an accidental. And it's like you can see his beak working. Overestimation of my abilities.
And so was it an accident that you decided to create something that you could lose control of?
I didn't see any other
Hey,
way.
now, we've all made things that we've lost control of. Let's not
I
get ahead
haven't.
of ourselves there.
I haven't. So before you try to open your mouth and tell me what I can and can't do and be nasty to me when you don't know the first thing about me, why don't you just remember who was the person who made all of the mistakes and the accidents here? And who is here because the Humble Council decided that we should be here to save the whole Humblewood. And Astuto
One
is
thing.
going...
I'm confused. What did I forbid you from doing? Tell you not to. I'm confused.
Wait, is it the Dean? Or is this
Oddwald.
Aldwell? You didn't forbid...
I'm asking that we work together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and have you given me any reason why I want to work together with you when you've had nothing but crap to say about me? And that's when Astuto's going to turn and walk out of the room.
Wow.
And Thistle, you remember that, like, he said some nasty stuff
You
during
really
the fight.
did.
Yeah, Maruk might have been unconscious at that point.
Well, I'm not sure what you did, but never really seen a student that angry. So,
Not even with his grandpa.
yeah, his grandpa's a... Yeah, anyway.
Dean Winsworth says, reminds me of a certain Corvum student round about that age. And Oddwald like clacks his beak.
So essentially,
So
if we
as
take him
far
with us,
as companions that we've had on journeys, we're 2 for 1 with folks who have lived. So this could we had the one who helped us find Clifford lived, and as a bonus, Clifford lived too. So, but I wasn't counting him because he wasn't on the journey. He was just the journey's end.
Mhm.
And then Maruk's former friend
Yep.
did not live,
Mhm.
but the person he brought with him did live and got a promotion and is a hero. So either way, you'll help us further swing in the balance and you'll live, or you'll put us at 50-50, which is still pretty good for baseball, but less good for, being pets. But, I just wanted you to know what you have going in, because I know wizards like math.
Your reputation and the deeds that you have done through the wood, for what it's worth, did give me pause for thought. Yes, with a W, yes.
Also, I totally want to know what baseball in the Humblewood is like. I got it.
Almost said cricket, but I don't know what good cricket odds are.
Also, I love the idea that Jerbean being the catcher, just this tiny little. Sorry, I'm not there. I'm not
like
there.
a servant.
Oh, right. Pop flies would be completely useless because every bird folk could just be like,
Yeah, and then
Is that why they gave them just glide and not a fly speed so that they could play baseball?
Probably.
yeah,
probably. Mm-hmm. 100%. Why they
We
did
found it.
All right, so I'm gonna look at the D and be like, so you want us to take him with us?
His research on the Borealis to date before he chose another path will be useful.
Okay, and
I
those
have
stay
yet
on
to
the
find
entire
a piece
time,
of
right?
trash. Oh, go ahead. What?
Oh, I'm pointing at the handcuffs. Be like, and those stay on the entire time, right?
Indeed.
Good.
Thistlesnoot's just gonna head out after Astudo and just see if Astudo's okay.
You find him out in the hall, pacing. Like, I think you might even catch him just as you're opening the door before he realizes that you're coming, like stopping to look like he's gonna go back inside and then continuing to pace. And he's muttering in Vulpin under his breath something about everybody's got to have an opinion on me before they even meet me. Hey.
I'm not gonna ask if you're okay, because I don't like asinine questions. And Thistlesnoot just pulls out her pack and just goes, here's a ball bearing. Here's a caltrop. Here's a stick that I got in the ash grove, and here's some sap that I put in a jar. This is so good for making bombs and starts going on and pulling out like literal garbage from her bag and then saying all the things that she's used to make them into other things. And then going, point is, I have yet to find trash that I couldn't make into treasure. And that in there is so much trash. Just think of the possibilities.
You're right, and Maruk is right. It's just...
It might be painful, but he went down so easy. And if he's really that trashy, we can just shove him in the bag until we know what he's good for. His feathers are very pretty. They would make quite a nice hat.
Here's the thing. I don't like that everyone thinks I could have done stuff like that. That I was ever capable of doing something like that.
Make a skeleton monster?
Hurt people who didn't mean to be hurt, who didn't deserve it.
Well, of course you could. Everybody can do that. Doesn't
But
mean
doing-
you would.
But that's the thing. The fact that he was so willing to just whoops, Gerbine got attacked. Oh, whoops, librarian got put in stasis. Oh, whoops. It's not that. And the fact that everybody thinks that I could have been that callous hurts. And when it comes down to it, if we're gonna take him with us, then I'm gonna be defending him because it's the only way I can prove him wrong, right? It's the only way I can prove everyone wrong. If I just let him get killed when stuff gets dangerous, then I'm just proving everyone's point.
You are the most talented Wanger and best teacher I've ever met. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. And if they can't see the treasure that you are and see all the use you have and all the good that you do, then maybe they all need some time in the bag.
I appreciate you saying that.
Uh-huh.
And he'll just come on in for a hug once you've offered. Now we just gotta convince Kit.
I think it could have fun tormenting him.
Probably.
They've got kind of a dark side.
I mean, we all do. We all do. Let's be honest. I think we're probably gonna have to, for the sake of everyone's. Okay, for my sanity, we're probably gonna have to lay off a little bit, because if he's, you're right, and thank you for saying it, and I appreciate it and everything, but it still hurts when someone just casually drops, oh, you could have been as bad as me. So maybe we don't torment from here all the way to where are we going now? We're actually gonna go into the Ashen Grove with him and look for this thing?
Honestly, as soon as Maruk said that he was going to tear his legs off, I started measuring his legs in my brain and thinking of how I could make him replacement legs, and so I would stop paying attention.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. We should go figure out what the plan is, especially if we're going to take it
But I
along.
have no idea where we're going half the time.
Well, I appreciate you trusting us to follow us anyway.
Well, you know, if I'm going the wrong way, Hath will just scoop me where I need to go.
You know, sometimes I wish Hath would scoop me where I need to go, but for now, you've come and scooped me up and we'll go back in there. How about that?
Well, they kind of only do it right before you're about to die, so you might not want to hear Hath so much. But yeah, let's go back in. I'll start putting all my stuff back in the bag.
I'll help. If you'll let me help, I'll help.
Oh,
And then-
absolutely.
I think there's a moment where a student goes to help and then stops because it's very obviously like, this is your stuff and I shouldn't just touch it before I do anything. And then when you give the okay, then yeah, and then I'll follow you back in.
You re-enter the cell block and you see Maruk and the Dean looking at a bark-bound journal. Maruk, as Astuto and Thisno are having this conversation outside, the Dean asked Oddwald about what he'd found about the Borealis before switching paths. And also, sorry, I misspoke a little bit as well. Me as John. He was actually studying the Cobblefright to try and make a spell that mimicked its siphoning ability, as opposed to making the Cobblefright more powerful.
He
But he
didn't
still-
make the cobble fry.
Yes.
Wait,
He
did
still-
he make it?
Yeah, he created the Cobblefright is a necromantic creation. Yeah, so he
Okay, he did make it.
Yeah, so that he could study so that he could study that siphoning ability to try and mimic it in a spell.
It's good clarification. Doesn't change anything about what Astuta thinks about this guy, though.
Yep. And Murk, you and the Dean see that Oddwald stumbled across the old legend mentioning the Borealis many years ago. But it was only since returning to the Avium that he managed to find a collection of laboratory notes claiming to be from the wizard who crafted it. Because of those notes, Oddwald concedes that it might exist. And if it was indeed constructed, the power would not only be tremendous, but also uniquely suited to counter the aspect's powers. In his research, he had theorized a way to use the Borealis along with the conjuration circle that he broke under the influence of the spark to reseal the aspect away. But it wasn't something he could test, and then that coupled with not knowing if the Borealis actually existed, it meant that he decided it was too small a chance to succeed. Then his research into spellcrafting, in his attempts to create this new spell, he actually discovered some new documents, which have actually increased his confidence that the Borealis ritual could work. But he's just racked with uncertainty, but thinks with the way that the aspect is expanding and growing more powerful, this is the only hope. This is the last chance. And he tries to convince you that his actions were out of desperation and panic and ego.
Yeah, no. Well, everybody's got reasons for what they did, and why they did it. Doesn't make him good. Doesn't make him valid. Yeah,
but it seems outside of a confrontational exchange, he does seem, and as a druid, you're insightful, right?
Occasionally,
he generally seems remorseful that you were so badly injured.
Well, only reason we're taking you with us is, one, you serve a purpose. Two, second chances are hard to come by, and I
shall earn mine.
I sure hope so, because if you don't, well, forgiveness is hard for some people, harder for others. So let's just say,
he seems
stay useful.
He seems surprised. I thought you were going to threaten another part of my body.
No, I don't need to. I mean, it's implied.
It just feels like your go-to.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Useful.
Yeah.
Riffin had similar things. It was the combination of the cute little streak face with the imminent threats of violence. It was very, very, very effective.
Violence is effective. So, just so you know, you can come with. Well, okay. I'm voting for you to come with us. I don't get to make the decision. It's up to us as a group, and you seem to have really upset Astuto. So, whatever you did, you might want to apologize for it, or make it up to him, or something, because if they're still adamantly about you going with us, then you're not.
Well, I hope I can get through to them.
Sincerity helps. Also, humility.
Astuto's father was a true friend in my time here.
All right.
Oh God! Was Glinda absolved?
Oh, from her, I guess, witchiness. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
That was something I'm not very proud of at all. But I chose her because she was the only one I was certain would be proven to be not guilty.
Well, it sounds like you've made a lot of logical mistakes.
You completely misrealizing. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Astuto, this is when you come back in. It's like Astuto like come in, hear that conversation, just spin and walk out again.
There's a moment in where Astuto thinks about activating his blade song. Let's put it that way. and then looks at Thistle Snoot and takes a big breath and doesn't say anything.
Oddwald looks very wary of you.
So, Oddwald,
Sheepish.
do you have something to plead your case to Astuto?
I'm no politician. I am a wizard of action. And reaction. I had convinced myself that I was the only one that could stop this. To the exclusion of all others. Ego has a blinkering effect. Tunnel vision, if you will. Especially hidden down there in the roots. I thought my research was the only way forward. The only chance to put any of this right. And the things I said were not true. Merely the only means of retort, of wingtips, defending my work and research, not the creature, against I don't know if you can wrinkle a beak. It's like a Muppet beak. He's like, against. Yep, no. It was like that. Thank you. Dean wins with go on. Against someone whose arcane abilities are at least equal to my own.
Listen, I don't need your flattery.
Was that flattery?
Take it anyway.
I got the sense coming from you thought it was flattery. I don't need it. I don't even want it. What I want is that from now on, you're not doing this alone. Not because we want to hang out with you, but because the only way we're going to save the world is together. And if you go off on your own, we're all going to die.
Fair. All of my best work was with Riffin and Susan.
I'll keep that in mind as we all go on a very long journey into the Ash Grove.
Maybe. I do not that's where I looked. That got me in a whole lot of mess. Look, we need to go. We need to go to Alderhut. There is one person that has the esoteric knowledge and powers of sight that will help us find the location, if it exists, if it still resides in the Humblewood. Susan can do this.
Well, we gotta go back to her anyway to go pick up a bunch of stuff.
That's fair.
Right?
So, you're okay? Well, I should say, you're willing to let him come with us.
The dean nods.
Astuto?
I'll look over at Thistle Snoot just for a moment, and then back, and then go. It makes sense.
All right.
We're probably going to have to figure something else out besides those cuffs, though, because I refuse to help him do everything for the entire journey, and he can't be walking all the way back to the Alder Hut looking like that.
Maybe they have a collar.
I think I am adorned enough.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We gotta get back to the Alder Hut, and then we gotta go through there and talk to a bunch of people. And is there something?
I could make a harness.
Is there something else that doesn't at least doesn't bind his arms as well? And then Astuto just kind of leans over to Brooke and goes, "I don't want to have to be making meals for him too. Come on."
I mean, I've made a harness
worry.
before that was
I'll
a special
cook.
order, and we put it had a mouth part, and it put the silence spell on there, and we could do something like that. We could even put blinders on it. We had some weird orders.
That's a little weird. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, hey, it's not what I'm into, but sure. I mean, consent is sexy.
Yeah.
Dean,
Well,
with
I mean,
with some so he can run free, and then you can zap him back real fast.
Dean Winsworth's like, this configuration is because they were also in custody. If it is only their arcane abilities that need to be suppressed, and he does a gesture, and the collars, the cuffs, like come apart but stay around his wrists.
Okay.
ooh, can you teach us how to go from, open to closed like that?
If you have time, I could teach Astuto. Yes.
Yep, that'd be great. Astuto?
So you don't want the harness with the leash, so you can push a button and spring him back?
I appreciate that, but that's too much effort for him. Like, it's
Okay.
Is it one of those like toddlers ladybug backpacks?
Exactly what I was.
That's what I was picturing. That was
Yep.
what I was picturing. Yeah, I'll go learn how to do that.
sweet. All right, in that case, and Thistle Snoot, you're okay with them coming along, right?
Not gonna throw away good trash.
Okay, and I know Kit's gonna love having new company.
That's what I said.
So, Dean, anything else we need to know before we go off on our little adventure with our new friend?
We still have the puppet of the dean.
Indeed.
We should also still take a rest before we go, and then also, I mean, do we have to do the walk all the way back? Or can someone just like teleport us there? Like, can we expedite this a little bit, or we gotta walk all the way back?
Oddwald clacks his beak knowingly. He's like, "Oh, but," and he looks sideways at the dean. "There is no teleportation in the Humblewood, is there, Dean?"
Is this a thing that I know? Is this like an actual rule?
There are no teleportation circles anywhere in the Humblewood.
Oh, circles. Okay, this is not like a blanket you are not supposed to teleport.
Oh, yeah.
Grayasker yoinked me. So
Yes. Circles, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the dean's like, Yes. I was going to do this before you left anyway. He looks admonishingly at Oddwald. Excuse me. These are for you. And he gives you faculty level access amulets.
Ooh, I'm a teacher now.
The full resources of the avium are at your disposal, including, and Oddwald is like gleefully like eyeballing him, including the only teleportation circle in all of Humblewood.
Why is this such a big secret?
It is our greatest kept secret. Except
Yeah,
for
but
certain-
why?
It is a powerful magic, only used by the faculty, and these amulets will give you the ability to travel back to the avium whenever you wish.
That's great. That's great. I'm not. So thank you. Yeah, absolutely. But you still haven't answered. Why are you keeping it a secret?
It just looks completely nonplussed. This is the way it has always been.
Well, how are other people supposed to learn how to do that if they can't have access to it?
What? It's just for teachers to come back from field studies and
I'm starting to see a pattern here of yeah.
Astuto looks like he is about to once again go down that argument path, and then Rook says that, and just he visibly just like tenses, like he's just holding the entire argument in and shoving it down into his gut. Goes, okay, yeah, sure, okay. So tomorrow we'll go back then after everybody gets a little bit of time to rest.
Understood. And as I said, you can travel back here whenever you need. Present these to the perch guard when you arrive. It is very heavily secure.
All right, and so I know we're taking him with us. So, any ground rules we need to know about, like bring him back alive, or intact, or at all?
I mean, it
or
doesn't
is he
make
pardoned after this? Like what?
Are you a murderer?
I didn't say that. I'm asking for parameters here. Like,
Yes, you asked if you could kill him.
no, I asked what the parameters are for returning him. Like, do we need to return him? Does he get to go free after we're done? Like, the plethora, the semantics in the middle.
The misdeeds done must be answered for. But the plight of the wood is more pressing.
Murk will figure it out.
Got it.
Return him to us once you have made your investigations.
All right, so I'm tired, I'm sore, and I'm going to go to sleep. We'll gather him in the morning, and then we get to go, poof, away, right?
Oh, no,
Cool?
it is merely for returning to the avium. We will give you a perch guard escort for the journey.
Wait, so this lets us go to the Avum.
Yes, you may use the amulets to return here whenever you need to.
Oh, so we still got to do the walk to the Avum,
To
or we
Alderheart.
still got to walk to the Alderheart, and then we use the amulets to. So the Alderheart doesn't have a teleportation circle?
Oh, no. Oh, good gracious, no.
That seems like something you should probably fix eventually.
I have
Do
so
you
many.
know how many extraplanar portals are riddling that tree? All
Yes,
sorts of-
actually.
All sorts of
No.
nasties and things could come just pouring through.
Mm-hmm. But
There are things.
also,
There are
Wouldn't
things
you
out
wanna
there
get
in the
there fast
between
and
places.
Study them?
Big, bushy tails.
Wow, rude.
I look at my own bushy tail.
Sorry, I'm channeling Big Trick Spotter's owl and the trouble he has with Squirrel Nutkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might be quoting something, but as soon as you said that, I'm just like, because the student has just this big bushy tail. Okay. You know, I can only deal with arguing about one thing today, and I've already had my argument, so I'm gonna go.
Mr. D, reel me, re. Sorry, I love Squirrel Luck.
All right, your deanliness. Cool. We'll be back to pick him up in the morning. Cool. Great. Can somebody wheel me over to the cafeteria? I'm hungry
Yes.
and I'm grumpy.
You spend the rest of the day, yes, feeding and recuperating and take your long rests.
Astuto does consider multiple times going up to where the teleportation circle is to study the heck out of it. But Lauren knows he's not high enough level to be able to cast that spell, and he knows better than to push his luck that way, so he won't. But every once in a while, Maruk and Thistlesnoot, you catch him like eyeing the amulet and just pondering.
You can give it a try from within the avium.
No, I mean he wants to go study the teleportation circle so he can learn how to make teleportation circles.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a later spell. Okay, long rest.
Yes, everyone will take a long rest.
Yeah, before bed,
Thistlesnoot.
I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
cast my brand new spell, Invoke the Amaranthine, which takes 10 minutes to cast.
What is that?
But it's probably going to be my new before bedtime ritual if I have a 3rd level spell available. I get to roll 2 d20s and record what I rolled. For each die, choose attack roll, skill check, or saving throw, and for the next 24 hours can substitute any roll of an ally or enemy I can see within 60 feet with one of the recorded numbers that match the type of roll I replace.
Nice.
Oh, that is awesome.
It turns you into a divination wizard.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like being a mini, and it lasts for 24 hours or until the 2 dice are spent. So
Awesome.
that's my
That's
new
so
nighttime
cool.
ritual.
Yeah.
You are now a weaver of fate.
So that's a d12, not a d12.
No.
See, Thistlesnoot, that's what happens when you hang out in the avium, is you just pick up weird wizard stuff like that.
Yeah, like wild surges.
16
Like, listen, I didn't say they were all good.
They were though. You managed to avoid all the bad ones
We
on the
did.
table. Yeah, I was very lucky.
They weren't the worst. Like even the sword turning into a meowing.
The sad
thing
chimera.
Yeah, that's the saddest chimera. I feel so bad.
This is neat. The amaranthine and the rhythm of the amaranthine and melding with your beat poetry, slam poetry, works wonders, and you are able to cast this new ability as you feel your connection with Hath growing stronger. But it is not strong enough to stop the dreams.
Oh no.
You're not sure.
Wait, my last dreams were great.
True. You're not sure if it's all the talk of Susan and Eliza and their locations in the Older Hearts, but again, as often nights before, although not in recent memory, you find yourself running from a reduced point of view as if a child through legs and humble folk and bird folk and tent flaps and stalls, trying to find that voice, that deep voice crying out, "Snootles! Snootles!" Always just the other side of that next tent, the other side of that next cart. Always searching, never finding.
Mystery.
But the morning arrives. And
I
as
have a
promised.
quick question.
Please.
Because at some point yesterday, Astuda would have gone to talk to the dean to learn how to control the cuffs.
Okay.
Could he have also learned how to take them off and put them on?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for everything you've done for the avium, I think they entrust that to you, and your what's what I'm looking for, reputation in the wood as in general with the Humblefolk Council, etc.
Yeah, he's still got in the back of his head that something is going to go really wrong, and the last thing he needs is someone attacking him when he is completely defenseless. So I think he just learns that just in case.
You meet up with the now travel-robed, yet still with the glowing cuffs on separated arms, Oddwald Ebenhart, and a detachment of Perch Guard. And with their protection and the numbers that you're traveling with, nothing happens as you make your way back along the road into the depths of the Humblewood, and again, once more, find yourselves looking up, craning your necks back to look up the vast reaches of the Evertree that is the Elder Hut and the capital of this area of the Beast Wilds. You arrive kind of late morning, just a short leg of the journey after the final rest. What would you like to do? Eldwald is clearly anxious to do things as quickly as possible.
I'd like to go talk to the tenders first. Let my master know that I'm here, we're here, and we have new information with a new friend.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to follow along now that we're back, especially because the last time we were here, we were all a little worried about that cult.
Mm-hmm.
Astudo on a regular basis is going to take the 10 minutes to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And just, like, almost paranoid. Not really paranoid if they're out to actually get you and are actually around. But yeah, like, if we're going to be walking through an area where there might be some of those cultists, when we first enter the tenders, just in case, when we go to see Susan, like, he's just gonna spend the 10 minutes and have it up just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kit will also remind you that there are a lot of the members of the Cult of Rejuvenation. Is that it? Yeah.
I think it was that.
The Cult of Rejuvenation. That aren't Sparks. Yeah, they're just members. They actually do believe in regrowth and the natural fires. It's just this seems to be the subset of them that is trying to corrupt them and lead them into the scorched grove to become Sparks, and help spread whatever is happening here. But yes, you have that up and running from time to time. So you're heading to the Tenders headquarters first? Okay.
Yeah, and the only other thing I would want to do is, if there's time, stop in at the Church of Titan, I believe is the church here.
Okay.
And yeah, because Thistlesnake's never been a chosen one before. And just wants to kind of go to the closest place to a Hath temple and just kind of see if she can talk to Hath or Titan and be like, what's this about?
Okay. Let's have a look here. Yes. Do you like go to both places, or like in order, or at the same time, or what?
Well, I definitely want to go with Maruk.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Thistlesnoot, if you want to go on your own, That makes sense. Otherwise, we'd be
I guess
buddy
and like
system.
I guess
How
which
are
one
they
is
in the
easier to
tree?
get to first? Like because the trees, up and down. Like, would it be easier
True.
to go to see Sobierson first, or would it be easier to do Thistlesnoot's thing first, like in the tree?
You would go past the Tender headquarters as you climbed up towards the Temple District, which is in the canopy.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so we can go as a squad.
yeah.
I would just
Squad
definitely
goals.
want to meet up with Maruk afterwards because there's a chance we might go see Maruk's mom, which means food.
True, true, true.
If
Okay.
that happens, we're not bringing Oddwald with us. I feel like at some point that conversation happens when he's not around. It's like, I absolutely want to go see Maruk's folks. We're not bringing the prisoner with us, okay? Like, we'll leave him with the tenders or someone, but we don't
Oh
have
yeah,
to bring
no,
him.
that's totally why we're gonna go. So see Sobierson. Sobierson needs more information, and our friend has it. Just so happens that he has to give the information to Sobierson, and then we can go do our errands and come get him later.
Okay, good. Smart. Thank you.
But wouldn't the most hurtful thing to do to him be to take him to your parents' house and leave him tied up in the yard so he can just smell the food and not eat any of it?
No. My mom wouldn't allow that.
Oh, okay.
She would go give him food, even if he doesn't deserve it.
She's the nicest.
Yeah, right up until she's not.
I mean, and that is one of the reasons she's the nicest, actually.
So, yeah, he can hang out with my teacher. It's great fun. Great fun.
Okay, so you make your way towards the Tender's headquarters. There's the vast fungal grove outside with the towering mushrooms and cultivated different types of fungus being tended there, and making your way along the winding. It's not just a straight path through; it's a nice winding natural path that's kind of changed and shifted as the fungus has grown and moved and changed the outside of the place. You arrive inside and you are shown to Sobierson's office. And he nods. Welcome back, Maruk.
Thank you, Master. I come with a gift.
What do you mean?
And I kind of just take him and just... This is our newly acquired
Prisoner.
person. He's an information sponge. So many things that you need to know that he knows.
Interesting.
Oh yes, and I figured, Master, you're very good at sussing out the right information that needs to come from somebody and being able to look right through all of their lies and their bullshit and just look them in the eye and let them know. With respect.
Certainly. What news though? What is the current action that you're taking?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot. Okay, where do I begin? Studio, where do I begin? There's been a lot.
Sue's gonna step
Name is
forward.
Maruk.
Sue's gonna step forward to start to talk, and then Thistlesnoot's gonna start to sing, and the studio's just gonna step back and go. And then when Thistlesnoot is done, I'll give the play-by-play, like the very abbreviated version of what happened at the Avum and what we learned, and try to be as non-judgmental as possible. Like, I am just reporting the facts. I am not putting any spin on it, although there's definitely moments when talking about what Oddwald has done that you could tell that a student is like, and so end it basically with, so he's gonna know a lot about the big aspect of fire and what we're hopefully gonna need to do to stop it, and we're here specifically to go try to find where the Borealis is. You wouldn't happen know where it is, would you?
He leans back in his chair. Just runs a paw over his fur. There is an old tender legend.
Morok sits down, crosses his legs.
There is an old tender legend that mentions something of that name.
But, I heard but.
Just have to recall.
Oh,
He kind of
okay.
steeples his pores and closes his eyes. There was a story of something called the Borealis. It told of a wizard who stole a piece of a powerful spirit of winter.
This dude immediately stares at Oddwall.
They thought they could control its icy power. Tried to contain it within a staff. Now, such is the ego of wizards. Apologies, Astuto.
Yeah, it's fine. I hear that a lot. It's fine.
Not always.
No, he's not a wizard. He's a wanger.
Of course. Yes.
You know, it's a good reminder that we should always check our ego. And Astuto is going to very intentionally not look at Oddwald at all. Just, say it and just drop that and then just, stare at the wall.
This tale would deliver that message. The wizard, instead of containing the power within the staff, was frozen. Left to itself, it said that the newly made artifact kept freezing the land around it. The tales say that the tenders of the day felt the imbalance in the wood when they found the Borealis. They had the artifact sealed away. Tender elders used a sprig of skyleaf. And Murakuno skyleaf, it used to grow in the forests around your village, in the taller trees. It is a type of plant that is famous for remaining hearty and healthy even through the harshest winters.
It's good in soups.
It is an ancient tale. A parable, if you will. The dangers of trying to enslave powers of living elementals.
Okay.
And you tell Sabirson of what you've learned there, and he's like, perhaps there is a grain of truth to it. And now, there was something my mentor told me a long time ago. It was said that when an elder wished to become something that was called a tender tree keeper, it was decided by delivering Skyleaf to a distinctive place in the northwest of the Scorched Grove. An outcrop of rock that was said to look like some sort of toad, frog. Yeah, these tales, they are full of images and things. There is there are mentions, gossiping rumors about an ancient chamber in the Scorched Grove. The records that mention them are sparse now, but well, it's about the same time, I suppose, timeline-wise, that the Borealis was said to have been sealed away.
Maruk, have you ever wanted to be a tree tender?
Oh, well, that it's kind of like how to put this? You hear about them, right? But it's like trying to say I want to be like an arch druid or like, things like that. Like it's theoretically those things are possible, but it's not usually attainable.
Okay, so it's more than just showing up at this outcropping of rock with some skyleaf.
Oh yeah, no, there's usually rites, rituals, worthiness. Like it's not just I brought leaves, I'm a tree keeper now. Like it's druids don't work that way. There's always a process, and there's always a hidden thing, and there's always parable, and there's always allegory, and there's just nothing's ever straight forward.
It helps nothing in the Avon was ever straightforward either, so
I know how you feel with that, but
So
my
what-
master here is great at bringing it straight, like really not beating around the bush.
that was good. I liked that.
Thank you. John hasn't made a pun, so I had to.
Nah.
I'm having an off day, okay?
What?
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Oh, it's okay.
I mean, we're almost done with the episode, and we hadn't made a pun, and everybody's just on edge.
Under the,
I know,
in
it's
under the
all-
wire, under the wire.
I had
Exactly.
to break the pun tension.
Mhm.
Sorry. But yeah,
I'm-
if I'm up for like, I think I might, but it's one of those things that you don't know if you can get it or if you want it until you try to actually do it.
So, two questions. One, is a tree tender just like an honorary title when you do really cool things, or does it
Yes.
actually have any duties?
An ancient, archaic title that used to be used in the tenders. Hasn't been for a long time.
Okay. So now hear me out.
We have our
It's a
tree
story-
shapers.
Okay, yeah. So, if the tenders took the Borealis and sealed it away, and sealed it with the skyleaf, and then that needed tending too, but then people stopped using that title and stopped doing that thing, and it stopped getting tended to. That feels like off balance would happen, right? So if the Borealis is really like hidden there, I feel like, you see where I'm going with this?
I was thinking maybe if there was a place where there was so much cold and the cold started growing and growing, then there would have to be another place that would make fire start growing and spreading, because that's you have to balance your equation, because that's fractions.
You know, it's like, yes. Yes, all of nature is about balance, young Mapak.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of this is, like Mark was saying, allegory and story, but it's based on some kind of fact. So, do you happen to know where this frog-shaped rock is?
In the northwest of the grove, if the stories are to be believed.
It's a bit of a jaunt.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it a frog-shaped rock or is it a frog that was petrified?
I don't know. Tell me if you find it.
How big is the rock?
It is a rocky outcropping.
Okay, so it's not like a frog.
Yeah, that'd be real hard to find.
So basically, we'd have to find a plant that's hard to get a hold of now, and then go find a rock outcropping that theoretically looks like a frog.
Yeah, it's like, you know that distant Illuran empire, the cat folk.
Yes.
They would never use the word cat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Feline folk.
it's like that that rumored, folk tale that speaks of a vast Illuran-headed piece of stone that gives entrance to, what was it called, the cave of
Wonders.
Yeah, I have wondered about the name of it. Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm waiting for you to make a Cats reference, and I'm here for it.
That's Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin.
Oh, I know. I'm just waiting for you to make also. I totally was expecting a Cats reference too, but I love it.
Yeah, Bennu, you have to be the exact right angle, the right distance.
And then there. Okay, so the only reason I ask is because we're going to talk to Susan about like finding this thing, and maybe we can narrow the search for her in some way. I don't know. I don't do the divination stuff.
No, we do not read anything other than the passing of the seasons and the needs of the Evertree.
And those are good books.
He's like, oh, don't mention books within the Evertree. It knows what paper's made of.
Okay, I gotta ask. I gotta know. I have to know. Druids can talk to the trees and get their consent with shaping. So can't they get their consent to like harvest some of the wood to turn into paper?
I'm going to canonize that all books in the Humblewood are leaf mulch.
Okay, perfect.
So papyrus, basically.
Yes, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And some of the washi you get here in Japan too.
Perfect. Okay, so Maroko, are we leaving the two of them together to chat?
Yes, I was going to leave this here at Masters. It'll right if we leave him here. I know there's a lot of information and questions you could probably ask him. And I figured you would need to know, since this has to do with the Scorched Grove, potentially shutting it down, what happened, all that kind of stuff.
What are we talking? Tea and biscuits or confinement?
Somewhere
yes.
in between the two?
There's an in-between.
Yeah.
You confine him and give him the tea and biscuits, but only if he starts to share the information.
You're softening up, Maruk.
No.
Speaking of softening up, we're gonna go see his parents, because we could really use a meal.
Indeed. I'll be here, and as will this one.
I'll bring you back a portion Mom always gives me for you.
Aww.
Appreciate it. Okay, so you head out to the tender's headquarters.
Oh yeah, and then as we're walking, I'll be like, oh man, he has no idea what he's in for. My master. Oh man, it's.
I'm sure he makes really good tea and biscuits.
Oh yeah, he does, and boy, does he get talking so much talking. None of it makes sense. It's all in circles. And
Probably a good deal of sweeping as well.
And just, oh, yeah. You get the gist of what he wants at the end of it, but you don't make sense of it while it's happening.
Now, there's options. There are Merc's parents. Susan is here on the same level. The trunk market is in the same level as the headquarters here. Or there is the temple above. And, Eliza's Emporium is up there as well.
I vote Susan's, since it's like right here.
Yeah, if it's right here, let's go.
Okay.
So my quick question, which I'm totally for if this is what we want to do, but I felt like we needed to bring Oddwald with us to go talk to Susan.
Right. So we can do it on the return trip.
Yeah, so if we want to do the other stuff, or if you want to retcon leaving him and going to Susan first, I'm okay with either.
Nope, I want to leave him with a master.
All right, Thistle Snoot, you needed to... Huh?
eager to get rid of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah,
on the road for
after
3 days.
3 days on the road. Yeah, you need the break.
It's been a lot of very
Take the
tense
kid.
campfires.
I need to go.
Don't talk. No talking. Just don't talk. All right, this is what you want to go see your temple?
Yeah, let's go to the temple. You don't have to come.
No, I'm
Do
coming.
you want us to come?
I mean, everybody's welcome.
That didn't answer my question.
Yeah, come. It'll be fun. I don't get
Then
to go to the Night Father's temple that much.
Well, this should be interesting.
Okay, so you head up to the canopy level, and as you're making your way through the canopy market, you go near Eliza's Emporium, in the shops there, just on the outskirts of the canopy market that she had refurbished and taken over. And you see Eliza.
Wave at her.
Well, you might do a bit more than that, because Eliza is talking to a Mapak that you recognize.
I do?
Yes, she's talking to Mist Blackclaw.
Oh my gosh! I just run over. I'm like, Mist! And I will try
as you shout out, Mist turns and also sees and just comes scampering the other way. I was just asking about you. I was asking this Ilurin about you.
And I will try and run into Mist to give them our hug, but we dodge each other because we missed.
Yes.
And then give a high paw or a low paw on the back.
Oh, there's definitely a long, elaborate secret handshake.
Yeah.
How have you been? What have you been doing?
So this is gonna sound weird, but I think I'm kind of a chosen one.
What?
I know, right? So we were on this adventure. Oh, I'm being so rude. These are my friends.
Hi.
This is Maruk.
Hi.
This is Astuto.
Hello.
They're both so incredibly talented. Astuto's a ranger, and Maruk can turn into any animal in the entire, I don't even know, two-headed spiders and horned cats and all sorts of things.
Wait. Oh, too much. What the? Wait, spiders.
What are you doing here?
I was looking for you. I'd heard that you'd rescued this Ilurin. That's why I was asking her about you.
News gets around. How did you?
You're
Why are you looking for me?
Saviors of the wood.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
That's what people are calling you. Go on, don't be shy. It's true. You're doing amazing
Kind of
things.
hide my nose in my paws.
I'm gonna sneak my head around Thistlesnoot and say, "Oh yeah, Thistlesnoot absolutely saved the entire wood."
Pushes your shoulder.
She's-
I knew it.
If it wasn't for her, the whole tree would be on fire right now.
Amazing.
Yep. Also
Amazing.
helped save my life a couple times.
And these are all your friends that were with you?
Yes.
Oh, spectacular.
And Mist is the real hero because Mist is when I first kind of stumbled into the church. Well, really not really the church. It's more like the hollow of half that was in the woods where I was. Mist was the one who kind of got me to just stick it out and try. And I was like, well, I haven't tried this yet. And well, now it seems to be working.
Well, it's because we joined together. I mean, I probably wouldn't have joined myself if you hadn't been with me. And look, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm in the Elder Hut. That's why I hoped you'd be passing through, because we've come through here and there's a bunch of us, and we've made a Hath Hollow here too.
Really?
This is a new one. Yes, will you come and help us consecrate it?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I was about to go to the Night Fathers church last time I was here. That was the only place, but this will be so much better.
That stuffy old thing.
Well,
No, I know.
Even if it's
There
not-
are no stars without night.
there, and if it weren't for him, the Hath wouldn't, have become what they are.
And all those people say, even when it's daytime, the stars are still there, but you can't see them. They're gone. They disappear.
I mean, if you get hit on the head hard enough, sometimes you can see them.
Yes. Hath's true path is revealed. So,
In the darkest of
With the
nights.
concussion.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the concussion.
Yeah.
we refer to it as an awakening. So,
Somewhere
We're
Studo
awakens
wonders,
together.
is this why I haven't met this many cat folk? Is because they are all given... It is fine.
There's not a lot of us.
And now we know why.
they are also like mostly very like borderline dangerous alchemists as well, and tinkerers and inventors. So yeah,
Mostly
it's
Mapax.
an interesting combination.
Well, let's go. Is that okay with you two? I know you might have been excited to see the Night Father's place.
Oh yeah, no, we'll go with you.
Okay.
We're excited to support you, so if you're
Yeah.
excited to go there, that's what we'll do.
Sure.
I'm so excited.
Okay, it's quite far from here though. I've been searching up and down this big old tree. It's down in the roots, of course. Down in the shadows. The whispered one.
Well, we were gonna go there anyway.
Really?
Oh, it's down there, Studo. Down there in the roots.
That's the only place there's any
No.
real estate around this place.
I nudge Studo and be like, yeah, we're always keeping a eye out down there for just because it's so dark and you gotta have good eyes, see the light kind of thing.
She loops
Yeah,
her paw
I-
into yours, listening. Come on, let's go. And starts skipping off.
As we start to follow, I just say, "Yeah, Maruk, I got detect magic up."
Oh, okay, good.
I've-
We need
I've
to
had
have,
it
a
up, like,
code word or
12
phrase or something.
No, I've had it up like 12 times already.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right, got it.
It only lasts 10 minutes, and so like whenever you see me just like quietly muttering to
the pre-
myself in the last,
Previous one would have run out just before you arrived up here.
oh, then I will immediately start muttering and be like, yeah, actually, so hold on, I'll follow, and I'll do all the math in my head and just like drawing equations and everything, and then I tap the sword and I got detect magic again.
This isn't. How far are you, like eagerly dashing ahead with Mist?
Well, I don't want to abandon them. So I'm not gonna dash too far because the last thing I want to do is get lost in a market again. But I am. It is tempting to just take Mist's paw and run off.
Mhm.
So I feel like she'll like grab Mist's paw and let herself be led and run, and then be like, wait, and like wait, like you're waiting for a friend,
She's like,
who's
"What
a
for?"
slow walker or something to catch up.
Those long legs, they'll keep up. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
So, Asuta, Murk, the two Mapaks go dashing off. They're like, come on, this way. See you in the hub. Was it called the hub? What was it called? Hang on. Names. Ah, so far away. Oh yeah, the Underfall. That's what it's called, right? See you in the Underfall.
I'm trying to keep up.
Okay,
Same.
contested athletics.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm not very athletic.
Okay.
Okay, all right,
Just
15.
roll one dice.
All right. Now, come on. Open up.
I got a 7.
Ooh, I actually always have. Okay, here we go. And okay, well, not 10. 10's the best I got.
Okay.
I got a 7, so
I got 15, so apparently I can ritually cast and run at the same time.
I feel like my bag is just too big. And I'm like tripping on my own paws.
Okay. Well, this is to you and Mist go dashing off down towards the trunk road and down into the trunk of the of a tree. Astuto and Murk, you quickly. There's a few people in the way, like Eliza's like, catch up later.
Yep. Carry the 2.
Just like smiles, just like shakes her head as you go
It's been so
dashing.
long since I saw you. This is so nice.
I can't believe it. I know. Let's go. I can't wait to show you. You won't believe what we've done with the place. We made it all nice. We made it look altar and like made it all, you know, like starry. Like we did like constellations on the top of the ceiling.
Oh, I bet it's so pretty.
Oh, it's so, you won't believe it. Yeah, let's go. And so you know, like dodging and weaving through. You know, it's like they get a slight head start, so it takes a little moment. With those checks, Maruk, Astuto, you are able to catch up, and we shall leave things today as I almost got away with it. And Astuto comes within
Snatching
range
me away.
and sees the bright spark burning in Mist's head.
No.
Knew it.
That's okay. I have a plan.
Someone
Me too.
Someone said in their backstory they wanted their trust issues to be challenged.
Yeah, they did.
Well, wish granted.
I would have gone away if it was
there
a
you
few
go.
pesky druids.
Well, time to murder Thistlesnoot's friend.
Or dispel magic.
Or dispel magic.
Murder.
I did happen to take Dispel Magic as one of my 3rd level spells.
Hey.
So,
Very nice.
and that is in 120 feet,
Nice.
which is amazing. And people forget that you can dispel magic within 120 feet, and it's so much fun to be like, no.
This also helps you keep up as you see this like glowing like spark,
yeah.
just like.
Oh, if I see that, then yeah, definitely Maruk is getting the heads up before we arrive. You know, so next time when we start, Maruk, they got spark.
Knew it, fucking knew it.
And we shall jump in there next time. Thank
Stars
you.
in Thistlesnoot's eyes filled with joy. She runs paw in paw with her bestie from home.
Yeah, whee, slow motion.
And as soon as we dispel magic, the joy can continue.
Okay, so let us finish up there. Hey, massive thank you to everyone joining us today. Thank you for jumping in. And it's been a pleasure to continue our adventures with you all. We are going to head off raiding when we finish up here, but let's say goodbye to these fine people first and see where you can catch them, see what they're doing on the material plane. Less dramatic music. Okay, so Thistlesnoot, as you skip through the Evertree, what are you up to on the material plane?
Hey, I'm Jess. I write games and stuff, and you can find them all there.
Thank you. Knights of the Silver Moon, welcome in, raiders. Join in and continue on the raid with us. We are just wrapping up, I'm afraid, but I hope you had a fantastic session. It's lovely to see you all. If you want to catch us next time, drop us a follow, and you can see when we go live. Please stick around, and we'll carry on this raid train on somewhere else. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Murdoch, how about your good self?
Hi, I'm Ludus Rex. You can find me here on Tuesdays. You can find me occasionally over on the QuestJunkiesUK channel as well, every so often. And if you want to find anything else, there's the link in the thing, and you can click it, and I might be there, I might not be there, and apparently I have a Twitter or an X or whatever it's called now. So,
Indeed. You want to get shot of that and get yourself some blue sky.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, Astuto.
I'm Lauren Urban. You can find out all about the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com, just right on the front page of my website, which is much easier than everything else because I usually actually have a lot of streams, except it is December, which is a wonky time of year.
Yeah.
And so a lot of streams are either on break, or a lot of streams are going to be on break, or I'm not going to be on them for a week or two because I'm playing the Nutcracker. That's right.
Hey.
For the first time since the pandemic started, I finally have a Nutcracker again. So, hey, if you happen to be in the Tacoma area in the next week or two, you can see me playing the Nutcracker. Well, you can't see me because I'm in the pit. You can hear me playing oboe and English horn on the Nutcracker.
Awesome.
Otherwise, yeah, just keep an eye on my front page of my website. And I do have a blue sky, but it's easier. Just go to lauren-urban.com.
Thank you. Links are all in the chat there. Give all of these wonderful folks a follow. And we'll look forward to catching you next time. But we are QuestJunkiesUK, play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs. We will be back on Sunday or Monday morning. There's nothing else happening this week. We had to cancel Chisenta this week, I'm afraid. But we will be back at the end of the weekend as the Tomb of Annihilation crew continue to delve into the Tomb of the Nine Gods. And we shall see what happens there as they try to thwart the evil machinations of Laloch, the Lich Lord. And you can catch up with everything going on with us and share your own projects and look to be a player in games. All sorts of things over on the Discord, so jump in there if you would like to follow us and keep up to date with what's going on. If you want to see what's happened already, then head over to the YouTube and catch up with all the fun VODs, all the one-shots, all the previous campaigns, the ongoing campaigns, all up there eventually. And you can enjoy all those fun adventures that we've had. It's been a wonderful time today as well, as always. Thank you so much to my lovely players and everyone who's joined us. And we, as I said, are going to head off and raid onwards. Where are we headed to? Who be on at the moment? Let's see here. Okay. Oh, choices. Okay, I think we've read into Fokomuth a lot recently, but our buddies over at Guild Superior as well, our two fundraising buddies with our previous World Kitchen fundraiser are both on at the moment. So let's raid into Guild Superior and see what they're up to. Please stick around. Oh, it looks like they're playing Mothership. Nice. And the Mothership RPG. So let's go and see what's happening with them. Please give them a follow. Lots of fantastic stuff going on with them on their channel all the time. And we look forward to seeing you all next time. But till then, stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. And until next time, as we like to say around these parts, I assume to say bye. Thank you.